But like I don't know, graphics. That's not going to be the thing to deter me away from anything.
Temporal displacement? Alternate.
No, yeah, I know.
Could be either.
You're right.
We may have jumped to a different
Yeah, it's core. This is a fine fighting game.
This is. You're right. You're not wrong.
So gameplay trumps everything.
That's very true. Well, Matt, this is chapter 2. Starring the
Watchtower
Green
does
Lantern,
not exist.
Ah,
We can't
yes.
make contact.
Hal Jordan.
We need to find out. Once my ring is charged, I can get us there.
I don't
Atlantis Archives.
know the differences.
If this is an altered timeline, we might find a record
What?
of the triggering event there.
Oh, the Green Lanterns. I can't tell you.
Oh,
I can tell you
You and I check things
if
out.
you give me the reminder of the names. I can tell you the
Where's the
difference between
nearest
Robin, but the Green Lanterns.
we're gonna. This is gonna be a little lesson in comic
Stay
book
low.
history here.
I'll be back ASAP.
So that there's Hal Jordan. You want the full? How deep do you want me to go here?
Where did you say the battery was?
Go
Hal
as
Jordan
deep as
was
you wanna
introduced
go.
in 1959,
It's the 4th door.
drawn by Carmine Infantino, created by.
You're gonna need the real world like thing. I just want.
Oh, you want? Okay.
Yeah.
Hal Jordan is a fighter pilot in the something or other. What's the one? Where are the people that fly? Air Force.
Yes.
But he's not. Is he really Air? Yeah, he's Air Force, I guess. His dad was a pilot as well, and when he was a boy, I think his name's Martin Jordan. Not to be confused with Michael. Crashed a plane. It was like a test flight, and he crashed. And Hal was left with a dead dad and an old jacket. That's all he had. So Hal kind of grows up and then wants to follow his father's footsteps, and ends up, being an old wild boy, flying planes and whatnot. And one day, while out on a test flight,
Stand down. You're done here.
he goes a little too reckless, as per usual. Because that's just Hal. That's just how he is. He's a dick, He's kind of a cocky guy.
Not to cut you off and make this horrible comparison, but this was the Green Lantern Ryan Reynolds was trying to play, right?
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
So I did get that ego thing from that movie.
Yeah.
If I learned anything.
Yes. Oh, right. He's not Batman, so I can't use a grappling hook. I forgot about that
Yeah,
part.
but it's a badass ring though. And you can do that.
I just forgot about the stuff.
I actually always like the Green Lantern power in like theory. It
Oh.
is fucking dope.
Yeah. Willpower is a mighty thing. Raven. Oh, Raven. So, I know. Hal was saved in the midst of his reckless flight by an alien called Aben Sur. Aben possessed the Green Lantern ring, however, was it's been too long since I've played this, so I'm starting to do like Street Fighter controls, and it's not helping me. Just uppercut, like Matt said, and uppercut, and uppercut,
Hit L1.
and L1. Perfect. Oh. You can also, if you string your meter together with your combos, you can do a more powerful attack. Oh, Street Fighter controls kind of do work for grabs. Anyway. So Aben Sur saves his plane from crashing, and
Guess I won't be doing her.
but he's dying or whatever. So Hal comes over and he's like, "Hey, I got this green ring.
One who's turned you into
Hal Jordan of Earth, you demonstrate great willpower, and the ring has chosen you.
now.
Carry on my legacy, etc., etc., etc." But I'm dead. So Purple Alien Boy dies. Hal gets the ring. Hal has no idea what the hell to do with the ring, naturally, because it's an alien technology. But the ring is powered by willpower, so you need to kind of believe in, what you want to achieve, so to speak, and it will manifest itself. So as you're seeing here on display, when you grab Cyborg and you throw him into a brick wall.
Sorry, I'm listening.
Yeah. No. I was seeing if you were doing. I figured you were trying to do it, but he's not really giving you an opening for a grab. But when you do that, Hal has to, very intensely and intently focus on a brick wall to imagine that thing, right? But his basic backstory is cocky air pilot. Who's given the ring because of his willpower. Hal later on kind of like becomes the one to rule them all, so to speak. Like Hal's been the main Green Lantern since his introduction in 1959. Then we got John Stewart, who you might remember from the 60s. John came along by way of Denny O'Neil and Neil Adams, Dream Team. They wanted... Yeah. John Stewart, the DC editorial team, wanted to introduce a strong black character, so Denny O'Neil, Neil Adams created John Stewart. He's Navy, I think. So a lot of military background in terms of the Green Lantern folks. I want to say Navy. I don't recall now. Navy sounds right.
Who are they working
Do you remember this Green Lantern from the Justice League cartoon? Correct?
Ah, yes, you're right. So John Stewart,
Sinestro.
kind of like a hard ass, but not a dick like Hal. Like Hal's just a
I need
dick.
to charge my ring.
John Stewart's just like a good man. You know, he's heart of gold, whatever, cares about those around him, etc., etc.
So if for some reason someone was watching this and didn't know the DC characters but have been watching the Marvel movies, you could call Hal Jordan kind of like Tony Stark. In
Whoa.
ways. Whoa.
From correct gesture.
Oh shit. Flick.
I did. He's got that attitude kind of sorts. Boom!
Speaking of
Dirtbag.
MLB The Show. Oh, you got a zigzag.
Little zigzagger.
You got a zigzag.
I totally zigzagged.
You lost the test of my.
Oh, that's exactly what this is. You're right.
Yes, Sinestro.
Eat a bust.
Damn, you came right back.
Your home
Yep.
planet isn't enough, Sinestro?
The One Earth government is similar to mine on Korra. An alliance was logical.
I fucking love
So for
Sinestro.
now, I tolerate you.
His helmet I could do without in this, but Sinestro is fucking rad.
Has joined your side.
We'll come back to Sinestro.
You say, I know the Yellow Lantern's a bad one.
He is. But the Yellow Lanterns were they didn't come about until much later. After John, you had Guy Gardner, who's just some redheaded fuck that I don't really care about. Guy's just kind of boring to me, never really did anything for me. Who really cares, right?
I'm pretty sure my roommate was back in college, freshman year. He was a big Green Lantern was his favorite superhero, and I'm pretty sure he did not like Guy.
Guy's just boring.
Either.
Like, Guy's bland. He's just I don't know, like, he's like a Red Sox fan. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh
he's just
yeah,
that
no,
kinda
they're the
guy.
worst.
Right? Like, I don't know anything about sports, but I know that like if you're a Red Sox fan, you kind of have that like, yeah, I'm fucking Ben Affleck. That kind of, you know what I mean? Like you get that attitude.
Wow, Ben Affleck.
Wow, Ben Affleck. I don't know. That just seems right. Like he's just a beefy guy who eats a lot of hot dogs and wears jackets that say Red Sox on it. That seems like Guy Gardner to me in a nutshell. Then comes Kyle Rayner. Kyle Rayner's your Green Lantern of the 90s. Now Kyle's never
I didn't realize there
been.
was many. I knew there was a couple.
Kyle's never been in any mainstream things outside of like a couple of those Green Lantern animated movies and things that happen.
Someone call me?
But
Sinestro core? Sinestro's right. Fear is more effective than willpower. So you ditched green and went yellow.
Get out
Color
of here.
of cowardice. I'm still about order, like the Guardians.
So what's the yellow power? He just mentioned it. Now we're kind of on task
Fear.
here. Fear, got it. Oh my god, it's like light side and the dark side.
Yeah, I mean, like, the only thing that can kill willpower is fear, and the only thing that can kill fear is willpower. So
What is that? I keep doing it and it does nothing every time.
are you hitting circle? You're activating his light. It makes him, I believe, slightly stronger. Like his DPS, if you will. I think what he's doing there is a down forward X. I just remembered that when that came out to me. I'm wrong. Sorry. Down forward something. Down forward triangle maybe?
See, I keep doing that.
Or down back triangle might be the... Anyway, so Kyle Rayner, he's your Lantern of the 90s. Remember that a lot of comic book heroes are reflective of the times that they were created in, right? Hal was the kind of incarnation of a post-war society where everyone kind of hated superheroes all throughout the 50s, and then we were starting to get into some weird sci-fi shit by the end of the 50s with the threat of the, you know, Cold War looming ever present. John Stewart came about in the 60s when you had the Black Rights Movement. So again, I don't know where the fuck Guy came from because no one ever wanted him to be around anyway. And then Kyle came around in the 90s when you started to get really into fucking grunge, and again, like, we're in this weird, like, the Cold War's behind us. We don't really have a big war going on. Like, none of that shit's going on, so we're just in this cold phase as a species.
Now I say appropriate time to ask, is there a block button?
Yeah, back. Retry. Nah, go for it. You got it.
I'm
got
gonna
him.
kick my ass.
Live nudes in the back is what that says. But they...
Do something cool there. What was that? Oh. Me.
But we're also looking at an era now where, like, people can kind of choose their jobs a little more freely. It's a generation who are college educated. Liberal arts are encouraged now, right? So Kyle is an artist, and that's his big shtick. Something neat that came from Kyle Rayner is the Women in Refrigerators. It's a movement started by comic book writer Gail Simone.
Damn straight.
Basically, there's a story arc where Kyle Rayner comes home from being the Green Lantern and finds his girlfriend is murdered, cut up, and stored in his freezer.
Perfect.
And Gail Simone, as a female writer, said, wouldn't it be cool if we could expand the way that we tell stories? Because it seems like the only way to write a male character going through any distress is to take a female character in his life and kill or rape or whatever to her. The only way to hurt a female character in a story is to kill or rape or murder her, right? So it's always about that, never about, like, having real problems in terms of gender equality and whatever. So she started a thing called Women in Refrigerators.
We need to move.
To kind of combat that idea and just point out examples of that. And then Gail Simone's become one of the most prolific writers in comic books ever. Her Batgirl run from the New 52, best Batgirl run there's ever been. She also did like a decade-long run on Birds of Prey and not Suicide Squad. What's the other one? Secret Six. Similar idea to Suicide Squad, but you know.
Nothing yet?
The energy signature from the park doesn't.
But Kyle
match
Rayner
anything
gave birth to all of
database.
that because he
Why
was the like
the same frequency
the
as
new
the
age,
energy signature?
the more
Follow them,
liberal-minded.
Because we don't know
etc.
if they went somewhere dangerous.
Or if they went anywhere
Now.
at all. Superman's right. It's
Then
too
you get the
risky.
color spectrum.
Too
Because
bad
green
I
and
wasn't
yellow
fast
are only
enough to
two of
catch
them,
her in
right?
the
And
first
yellow,
place.
green's always weak against
We'll find
yellow.
We have to.
Blah 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 blah.